So do you want to get started, Nichole, with just describing what exactly the Embodiment Academy is?
So the Embodiment Academy is a program that that Liv and I came up with because we both realize that there is a deep need in ourselves, in our communities, in the world for work that goes way beyond the surface level. And I've been teaching yoga teacher training, which is an incredible journey, an incredible foundation for deeper personal and community work. But I sort of lament the fact that it's only those 200 hours. And I know that that journey oftentimes really could use more support going forward. So that 200 hours for yoga teacher training is an incredible way to begin to scratch the surface of a deeper knowing and a deeper foundation for your life. But when it comes to taking that and moving it into the outside world, like really, really doing like revolutionary work, not only for yourself, but for your circle, that those 200 hours just aren't enough. And in order to be really trauma informed, to be able to develop more powerful skills in facility and in holding safe, effective space for other people to do their work, we both really feel, and I feel that more is needed.
Especially
not required by the Yoga Alliance, but
right.
but needed to put the kind of facilitators out into the world that have their own deep practice and the skill set to be able to really do the good work that this world needs right now. This world needs it.
Yeah, and safety, holding that safe container. And I haven't seen a 200-hour. I know this program is 250 hours, but I've never seen a 200-hour yoga teacher training that has the trauma-informed lens weaved through the entire program. I have a unique experience because I did a different 200-hour training, and I wanted to work with you because of just your style and how you build community and how all of your teaching is trauma informed. And even as a mental health professional, it helps to do that curriculum with that trauma informed approach. So you know, I've taken other yoga trainings, and yeah, you're an amazing teacher and your curriculum is phenomenal. So I'm excited that we get to share this with more people, and what we're building on to it is that holistic, supportive approach so that people can create their offering, whether that be a workshop or a business, with support
and integrity and alignment. That's what's really important to me as a facilitator, as a teacher trainer, is that we have integrity, we have a really strong foundation. Like, of course, the 200-hour yoga training that you get the certificate for, the Yoga Alliance, truly does contain 200 hours of material. you actually
approved by the Yoga Alliance.
Approved by the Yoga Alliance. And the Yoga Alliance has fairly high standards for how many hours you should be receiving mentorship and guidance from an ERYT 500 level teacher. how many hours are required for things like anatomy and physiology and you know, teaching methodology and ethics and scope of practice. And, you know, I'm very adamant that we do a very good job and uphold those standards that we say we're upholding as teachers. And so that 200 hours of just the Yoga Alliance approved curriculum for the yoga teacher training is packed. It's packed, and it contains a lot of important information about not just the memorization of sutras, but like the heart and the interpretation and the understanding of how you study sacred texts and apply them in your life. It's not just the memorization of muscles and some bones, but truly an understanding of the beautiful and wide and awe-inspiring range of bodies and movements and capacities that we have as beings, and how that is actually a basis of spiritual practice in and of itself. So there's that strong somatic component, that embodiment. And then the teaching methodology, which again is trauma informed. There are different ways that we can approach holding space. And how do we do that in a way that's authentic and holds integrity? So that's just that first 200 hours. And on top of that, you and I said, well, we want to add in more. We want people to be able to have access to understanding like the energy body, right? We want access to understanding how you act as a leader in your community. How do you communicate? How do you develop your offerings to the world? And how do you do that in a heart-led and ethical way? And so we added these other 50 hours of additional training with that, going deeper with meditation, going deeper with nonviolent communication methods, going deeper with business leadership and business development for led professionals, going deeper with the energy work. It really is about aligning with integrity, you know, and providing our community with so much more support. Because there's a lot of teachers that graduate yoga teacher training and they still don't feel comfortable. They don't know who they are personally as teachers, and they don't know how to conduct themselves in the world and to actually put themselves out there and to give those gifts, right? With equal, you know, energetic exchange. They haven't been given the framework to be able to do that. And that's one of the things I love about this is the mentorship and the business, you know, that business mentorship in a really special way. This isn't like a capitalist like consumerist
we're gatekeeping information and only
for only $5.99 more you can receive. This is true community
and in creating more sovereign light workers. So, you know, what was the analogy we were talking about? The light, the torch. It's probably too soon to try to talk about the light bearer.
Yeah, light bearers. Yep.
So here we have, maybe we can say the Embodiment Academy is that torch, right? And we want to support all of the other light bearers, light workers to ignite their own torch and then take their torch, build their community safely to carry these ethics and values that are weaved throughout the program so we can create more authentic, safe communities
that are based not on hierarchy and the mentality that I'm the guru, you're the student, you submit to the knowledge I give you, you know, But instead, understanding that we are all each other's teachers.
Yes.
And we can all offer our own perspectives and our own wisdom, and in that process grow together. And that's anybody who has worked with you or I knows that, like, if you decide to step into relationship and community and learning together, that's ongoing. Like,
yeah.
I mean, that's ongoing. There's always continued mentorship and relationship that goes on both ends. Like, I feel as though I'm mentored by many of the students that have gone through teacher training with me or other training programs with me in the past. And I feel like they know that I'm always here for them as well.
And I think this is a great time to also touch on what else is in that container with the programming,
and then those teachers aren't well equipped to really do the work of cultivating their communities and taking care of and holding space for their people. So, I mean, that's part of like the inspiration you and I have talked about, is that we really want to be providing quality information and community building for those light bearers out there, the light bearers.
And because what I still am grappling with is, why are we not including trauma-informed scope within programming now? Like, programs and curriculums should be updated. It shouldn't be an add-on certificate unless you've completed a training a while back. But with all of the research that's coming out, what we know, especially who's showing up in these spaces, it's just mind-blowing to me. So,
well, I mean, if I can deviate for just a second, and like this is the teacher in me. The idea behind trauma-informed practice is choice and autonomy and supporting a safe environment for people to access their own choice and autonomy.
Yeah.
That is the basis of trauma-informed practice, period. And so as facilitators, as for, let's just say in terms of like the yoga teaching, yogic practice is about developing your awareness. It's about seeing the truth. It's about knowing your own being, your own truth. What better way to do that than through a trauma-informed lens? What better way to really, instead of creating dependence on a teacher or dependence on particular cueing or a particular environment, how better to serve other folks than to be able to be skilled holding a container for them to do their own exploration.
Yeah.
And so that truly is the basis of the style of teaching and the style of practice that is at the heart of our program.
Yeah.
So woven all throughout. It's there.
There's going to be that deep personal transformation and evolution, as well as the professional development. And people will be confident in their skill set at the end of this program. You'll be able to launch a business if you haven't. You'll be able to have that offering ready to go. We're going to support you in the program to develop what it is that you want to offer, so you're not just thrown out to the wolves.
Right. Yeah. Well, because you've developed your own practice and you've developed your own being. Yes. And so the work you do in the world is an extension of that. That's where the alignment comes in, right? Yeah. Where what you are offering the world is an overflow. It's the fruit of your own personal development, your own personal practice, your own personal work.
Yes.
So that's the first 250 hours, right? Multiple certifications that you receive along with that, including trauma-informed training, including Reiki, including empowered leadership training, and the business training and communicate training and certification, and uh, uh, various communication techniques and
Yes.
community building.
Wall.
And then wall certification. Oh, I'm in my silk right now. So the various modalities such as restorative yoga, wall yoga, aerial yoga, silks training certification, so that you'll be able to utilize all of these different modalities in a really informed, embodied way, right? And then on top of that, we have advanced specialization tracks. So should you choose, when you've got that 250 hours, you can say, I'm really feeling called toward energy work. I believe I'm an energy worker, and you can do advanced study in that. And we have some amazing teachers that have developed really beautiful curriculum for this. We have, well, we'll be putting more information out there about these advanced specialization tracks. But again, it includes more mentoring, more development, and community building, so that you have total support in really honing what you're offering the world.
Just amazing mentorship by highly experienced facilitators, trainers, and teachers.
I mean, truthfully, we have an abundant community. We are surrounded by people who have so much wisdom, and the idea that we are all going to be working together in this program and in this mentorship process, it brings tears. I'm getting a little choked up thinking about it. It's a big deal. Yeah.
And back to the alignment piece, imagine creating a business or a studio and finding friends who will be lifetime friends, spiritual mentors, co-workers, colleagues who you love, that you resonate with on so many levels, that you feel safe with, that's going to help you, what the professional work you're doing, be in alignment with your personal life. And it's just, I'm beyond grateful for my team, and I can't wait for other people to experience that and get to cultivate their community.
And I think what is so awesome about this too is that I'm always grounded in trying to take these ideas, right? Like these deep ideas, these theories, these philosophies, and ground them into the body, right? Ground them into the way that I truly live my life.
Right.
And it's a work in progress, right? That work never ends. This is such an extension of that, where we're facilitating other folks in taking all of these big ideas, all of these beautiful ways for healing and serving in the world. And we are helping and supporting them in manifesting it, like really embodying it and living it, and finding a pathway to create a new world. I mean, this is what we need. We need to be actually doing this work in the world.
Yeah.
Not all of the knowledge in the world inside your head. It's lovely, but it's just a distraction. It's just a diversion if it's not lived.
Yeah.
And so this is what it's about. That's why it's the Embodiment
Academy. So the accessibility, this hybrid model, you want to touch on that?
So the hybrid model is based out of the fact that I'm a mother of four, a working mother of four, and I have found that I was going insane and like crashing and burning over and over again, trying to work in the grind model, right? Of like, you know, fitting everything
in your calendar and taking the kids to sports, but running your own business and
doing all the things. And so I started experimenting a little bit with finding ways to be more fluid with the way I offered things. And this is really born out of that. And so this hybrid model is essentially, as I spoke of before, we have this 200 hours, and trust me when I say you will get at least 200 hours of true curriculum yoga teacher training, more really, but you will have at least those 200 hours. Being able to do that live, in person, human to human, in real time, in small digestible segments. You are going to be able to join in on a live retreat. There's 2 live retreats, weekend retreats, as part of the programming. We have community workshopping evenings once a month, where you will have time to practice actually teaching and offering and cultivating in community with everybody else your way of aligning and being in the world. But we also have all of this available to you online. So
if they can't make the live, watch the replay. When it works for your schedule.
Exactly. So you can do that on your own time. And in addition to that, where there's a lot of programs that are maybe a 5-month turn and burn, you're going to have 2 years to finish this program. So that you can take these modules, these little segments of learning piece by piece on your own time. So maybe you're a person who really is motivated and you have those extra hours through the week to dedicate your time to this. You can finish in 9 months. Finish in 9 months. If you miss a module that goes through, one of the live modules, and you watch the replay and you're like, that was good, but I really want to do this one live, it's going to come around again. So these modules cycle through and they're offered live multiple times, and you'll be able to access that, more than once. So that, again, like I said, as a mom working, like trying all the time to fit all the things in, what I really want to encourage everybody to do is to slow it the heck down. Slow it the heck down. Stop stressing yourself out. Let's let this be joyful. Let's let this be playful. Let's again allow ourselves to give and become out of our abundance. Right?
Yeah.
This hybrid model lets you do that. You're going to have, like I said, multiple times that you can access the live learning. And you're going to have access to all these materials online as well. There is a requirement per the Yoga Alliance that a certain number of hours have to be synchronous, right? So you need to, if you're going to access some of the live materials, you'll need to be, let's say you're just only doing online, right? You're going to need to access some of those live so that we can interact person to person, one-on-one. And I would highly encourage you, you want to come in for the retreats. So there's more one-on-one synchronous time, right? And I'll have availability, the other teachers will have availability to meet and do, some office hours with folks as well. So there's lots and lots of support. In addition to that, there's the online platform where you can access these materials. There's a private community feed. So like on Facebook, but this is just for us and our learning.
Mm-hmm.
And so we get to support each other in between our meetings.
Yep.
And continue to grow 24/7. Hopefully
yeah. And and no one's alone. They're not going to be alone.
The facilitation and the creation of community is one of our primary goals, right?
Yeah.
We want you to make friends with people and to find people you vibe with, who hopefully, are able to collaborate with, right?
Mm-hmm.
And create with and support each other in building community and continuing to grow. That's so we've tried to implement a lot of different ways that can happen, whether that's through the retreats or the live classes or the online community. Within the online community, there's live rooms, so you can meet people online and interact with each other whenever in your own private room and study and practice languaging or whatever whatever it is.
Run your sequence past year.
Hash through those sutras and
Love it. I feel like we've really touched on a lot of the pieces to this. Empower, we were talking about that piece where they're gonna get to do some deep personal work to identify limited beliefs and blocks so that they can truly rewire and gain that confidence to launch that offering.
Yeah. Well, I think it's helpful for us to mention for anybody who doesn't know that you and I both have coaching backgrounds. So I'm a board certified health and wellness coach. And so for me, it's really important. And this is where the Empower comes in. So this is some of those additional hours go toward this type of work where we're really doing some of that deep diving and learning not only how to facilitate our own growth, but to take sort of a coach approach in facilitating others' growth. So coaching isn't about telling people what to do. Coaching is about holding space.
Yeah.
And so Empower is really a key space where you and I are going to get to help folks develop that skill set.
Yep.
So there's really a lot of coaching technique and coaching theory that's sort of woven into that.
Yep.
There's trauma informed practice. There's communication methods, and there's also a lot of like neuroscience, because you and I are super geeky when it comes to nerd out. Yeah. We both share a passion for that as well. So, and psychology.
So we're really going to dive into different parts of the brain and functions and behavior. So
behavior, positive psychology, there's so much to be learned, which is oftentimes surprising. I'm still surprised as I learn about this in regard to what we are as beings and how we behave and how we create change in our behavior, right? Yeah. So, and there's great ways to do that, and there's less effective ways, less easeful ways of doing that. And so are the Empower hours that we provide, those really dive into that.
Yeah. And I think it helps that framework that we're working with, those pillars, right? Presence, awareness and integrate.
Because again, integration, we can have all the awareness in the world, but until we feel empowered to act on it, to integrate that wisdom into our lives, into our choices, then it's really just a nice story in our head.
Use it or lose it.
Right. The cool thing about this too is that there are aspects of it that can be very much tailored to each person. So especially advanced learning tracks are meant to be bespoke. They're meant to be your learning pathway. So, you know, if you're interested in this, if people are interested and they are feeling like, oh yeah, like this is the training I've been looking for, this is the experience, this is community, this is the support that I've been yearning for to make those changes, right? To really live in alignment. You should schedule a call with us. You should schedule a call because we want to make sure that the folks who are stepping into this are ready for it. Right? That they have the right support for it. And that they're in alignment with a lot of the ideas and goals that we have in offering this.
And even if any piece of this resonated with you and maybe you never even thought about becoming a yoga teacher, but you're looking for that deeper transformation, this program's still for you. So we'll answer any questions in that alignment call. And yeah, we look forward to talking to you.
The light workers, the change makers, people who are hoping to help take these crazy, chaotic times and use that maybe instability to usher in new ways of being, new systems. Those are the folks we're looking for. Those are the folks who really belong in this program.
Can't wait. Can't wait to start. February 21st is our first cohort. They, like Nichole mentioned, they're rolling cohorts. So, and then if you already have your yoga teacher training, refresher, and still beneficial.
Yep, I can guarantee you that we cover certain areas of teacher training with a lot more depth than many programs are able to cover in their 200 hours. In addition to that, we do have special discounts for the program for folks who are already equipped with their 200-hour teacher. So that's available. And we also have, like I said, just give us a call. We are excited to hear from the folks who are feeling some resonance with this, and we're excited to talk to you and see to meet minds and see what we can create together.